Hello everybody, welcome to Shake Hand with Life YouTube channel. Here on this channel you can watch a variety of videos and build up your engineering and management skills. And if you are new on this channel, then please subscribe the channel and then press the bell icon. So whenever there is a new video uploaded on this channel, you may get the notifications about the new video upload. I am Narinder Sharma. And in this video, I am going to discuss about the ISO 9001-2015 Quality Management System Requirements Clause 7. And in this particular video, I am going to discuss about the subclause 7.1.2, which describes about the human resources or the people. Because the clause number 7.1 is about the resources. So here the 7.1.2 is about the human resources. And the clause number 7.2 is about the competence of the human resources, and clause number 7.3 is about the awareness among the people about the quality objectives of the organization with respect to the quality management system. So let's start. First, I would like to remind you about the clause number 7. The clause number 7 is about the support and it has 5 subclauses. 7.1 is about the resources, 7.2 is about the competence, 7.3 is about the awareness, 7.4 is about the communication, and 7.5 is about the documented information. The clause number 7.1 is further divided into 5 subclauses. 7.1.1 I have already described or explained in my previous video. Here I am going to discuss the clause number 7.1.2 is about the people, which describes about the people, and the clause number 7.2 which describes about the competence, and 7.3 which describes about the awareness. So these two clauses need to be described with the clause 7.1.2 because it relates with the human resources. Now starting with the clause number 7.1.2, it is about the people or the human resources. The organization shall determine and provide the persons necessary for the effective implementation of its quality management system and for the operation and control of its processes. Any organization, whether it is a manufacturing industry or it is a service industry, it needs some specific type of people to perform their jobs under different processes of the organization. And because of that, because of these people, it can be ensured that the quality management system can effectively be implemented, and different processes are controlled by these people. So the organization needs certain specific type of people to run its to run the organization, whether it is a manufacturing industry or a service industry. And now about the competence. The competence can be understand that the human resource or the persons employed by the organization, they can perform their job, how they can perform their job efficiently or effectively on a certain type of a process where the number of activities can be happens. So to control that process or to manufacture a certain kind of a product or to deliver a certain kind of a service, the persons employed by the organization, how effectively or efficiently they can perform their job under different processes. So you can understand the competency by this way. By efficiently and effectively the people can perform their job, and therefore the organization shall A. determine the necessary competence of the persons doing work under its control. Necessary competence of persons, a certain kind of people that can perform on specific type of a process. doing work under its control, and it will affect the performance and the effectiveness of the quality management system. B says, ensure that these persons are competent on the basis of appropriate education, training or experience. The people who employed by the organization, they are competent on which basis? On the basis of education, training and experience. They must have a specific type of education, they are properly trained, and they have specific type of experience, so they can work on a specific type of process. C says, where applicable, take action to acquire necessary competence and evaluate the effectiveness of the actions taken. C says, the actions required to build up the competence and evaluate the effectiveness of what actions have taken to build up the competence of the employees. And what these applicable actions can include, these are provision of training, mentoring of, reassignment of the currently employed persons, or hiring or contracting of competent persons from outside party. D says, retain appropriate documented information as evidence of competence. And the organization must have a documented information about the competency, what kind of education they have, what kind of a training they have achieved, what kind of experience they have. These must be in a documented information, must have with the organization. Now come to the clause number 7.4. It is about the awareness. The organization shall ensure that the person doing work under the organization control are aware of the people employed by the organization. They must be aware about the quality policy of the organization, B, relevant quality objectives of the organization with respect to quality management system. C says, their contribution to effectiveness of the quality management system, including the benefits of the improved performance. They must be aware about that, how they can contribute for the effectiveness of the quality management system. And D says, the implication of not conforming with the quality management system requirements. What could be the consequences in case if the people are not able to conform the requirements of the quality management system? The people of the organization must be aware about the implications in case they are not able to conform the quality management system's requirements. Now, I will try to explain a little bit more about this. When we are talking about the people, it is about the number of people required by the organization, type of people required, regular versus contractual employees, what type of people required by the organization, whether it is a regular type of employees or the contractual employees if required by the organization, depending upon the work. Necessary skill required according to the process. There are different type of skills required for a different type of process. So if there is a manufacturing process, the skills are different. If there is a service delivery process, the skills required are different. Department wise requirement. There are number of departments in the organization, and each department has number of required people to perform jobs in the respective department. So that must be addressed, how much workforce required for each department, and this could be done by the HR department. In fact, this must be done by the HR department. Hiring of highly competent people for a certain project. If there is a certain type of project initiated by the organization, then what kind of people required to fulfill the requirement of that certain project, that must be hired according to the competency of the project. Then shift wise requirement. Many organizations running in shift. So according to that, different number of people required in different shift that must be fulfilled by the HR department. Then a documented information of the people working in the organization. A documented information must be available with the HR department, in which it should be mentioned the number of people, types of people, regular or contractual, what necessary skills they have, whether they have acquired or not, or what kind of training to improve the skills, department wise requirement, and so on. And their salary and wages of the employee according to their education, skills and expertise. So this is about the people hired by the or employed by the organization. Now come to the competency. Competency includes the competency criteria, and the competency criteria can be judged on the basis of skill evaluation, identification of training needs, types of training, provision of training, how training effectiveness is evaluated. Next, on the basis of competency criteria, the basis of competency criteria, what could be the base of the competency criteria? It is the base of the competency criteria can be made on the basis of appropriate education, skills, training and experience of activities, tasks, functions and processes. What type of skills the employee have, what kind of a training they have, they required to perform their job, because there are number of functions. What functions he has to work on, and what type of process he is going to deliver his service. The level of competency depends upon complexity of the product. How the competency level can be decided? This can be decided on the basis of complexity of the product. So the level of competency is different when a person working on a car manufacturing company, and the level of competency is different when a person working on a working with the insurance company or insurance process. Technology are different. So some motorbike technologies are different processes the organization has, and similarly there are number of manufacturing organization. So the technology will be different, and because of the different technology, the complexity of the product will be different, and because of the complexity of the product is different, therefore the level of competency will also be different, required level of competency. So the level of competency, how would the level of competency decided? It decided on the complexity of the product, how complex the product, the process technology, and the customer and regulatory requirement. What the customer wants and what are the regulatory requirements. On this basis, the competency can be decided. And apart from this, the focus on other actions required, such as the changing processes, improving procedures, improving standard operating procedures to improve the skills or improve the competency. People can shift to the different processes to improve their competency. They can rotate on rotating jobs. The people, if a certain kind of skills are competent people are required, then they can be hired from certain outside source. So recruiting fully trained and competent people from certain outside source for a certain type of project or certain type of tasks. Now come to the awareness. Awareness includes the quality awareness, and it must be focused on meeting customer and regulatory requirements and quality objectives, and it also includes the promotion of the quality policy. So quality awareness, when we are talking about the quality awareness, it is meeting of the customer requirements, regulatory requirements, and the quality objectives and promotion of the quality policy. What is the process to promote the quality awareness? It may includes different methods, such as the cross-functional team, making the cross-functional team different functions the people from the different functions, they can make a team and they can discuss the quality objectives and the quality policy, so that they can aware about the customer requirements, quality objectives of the organization. Involvement in quality planning. They can also involve in the quality planning, how to improve the quality, how to plan the quality, to manufacture a defectless product or defectless, to deliver a defectless service. Quality circles can also be formed. Improvement suggestions. The organization can take the top management can take the suggestion from the people who are directly working on the process. Product workshops, zero defect programs can be launched. Product review checklist can be launched. Now come to the process to motivate employees. How would the employees can be motivated? This may include different methods. The employee recognition award. Start the employee recognition awards so that the employee can feel honored. Ongoing training programs, performance reviews, review the performance of the employees, employee surveys, what the employees are thinking about the organization. So take the feedback from the employees to improve the different processes of the organization. And poster campaigns. When a particular employee win any specific award, a poster can be pasted on different sites of the organization. So this is about the awareness of the quality objectives among the employees. Now we have a quick recap. First, determine and keep appropriate records of education, training, skills and experience of available human resources in the organization, and the number of people required in the organization, and what skills they have, or what skills required to perform their job on a specific type of a process. Performance indicators. Set some performance indicators to measure the effectiveness of the HR processing in determining competency and training needs of the workforce. Set the performance indicators, such as, what could be the performance indicators, such as the employee turnover, employee complaints, number of instances unqualified personnel were found performing on QMS activity, number of instances competency criteria were not met, and number of instances no training or competency records maintained. So this is all about the clause number 7.1.2, 7.2 competency of the human resources, and 7.3 awareness among the quality objectives among the human resources, among the people who are employed by the organization. So if you have any feedback, if you have any question or suggestion regarding this video, then drop your feedback in comment box. Like this video and share this video as much as possible among your friends and colleagues. And don't forget to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon, so whenever there is a new video uploaded on this channel, you may get the notifications about the new video upload. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day. See you in my next video. Thank you.